Shuaibu's media crew says walkout was stage managed. We also have this Wale Edun. We inherited a bad economy. Federal government won't rely on borrowing. And more stories here on the cable. NG Obaseki wasn't aware. Edo speaks on DSS officials denying Shuaibu access to church. And this is a filter news. Tinubu presides over inaugural FEC meeting. Nigeria grinding to a halt under Tinubu, says PDP. Obi will soon be declared Nigeria's president. Aburi tells Nigerians in U.S. We are not fighting Sanwo-Olu. Lagos Assembly speaks on refusal to confirm 17 commissioner nominees. You have been asked to fetch water from a dry well. Tinubu asks ministers to deliver on mandates. More stories on the Cable NG this morning. EIE's Thursday talks to examine roles of new ministers, Nigerians' expectations. And this one says EFCC arrests 5 for forging AGF's letterhead to produce fake employment letters. 2030 agenda will become a broken promise. UN calls for urgent actions in achieving SDGs. A more story here says Culture Minister unveils 8-point plan, says creative economy could spur development. Release Nnamdi Kanu to prove your love for Igbos. Abia lawmakers tells Tinubu. And from the business side of the Cable NG this morning, Wale Edu inherited a bad economy. Federal government won't rely on borrowing, and I guess we have that earlier. And this also says CBN replies Falano, says Nigeria's currency swap deal with China still valid. And the last one here is saying KPMG downgrades Nigeria's economy growth forecast to 2.65% in 2023.
All right, from the Premium Times newspaper, corruption responsible for instability, poverty in West Africa. Premium Times editor-in-chief, Nembe killings by also reps caucus asks Tinubu to set a panel of inquiry. Nigeria to introduce HPV vaccines to protect girls against cervical cancer. Nigerian government compulsorily retires 4 senior police officers. Gives reason. Analysis, task ahead of Daily Alaki in Nigeria's solid mineral sector. Tinubu's economic policies creating suffering for Nigerians. That's according to the PDP. This morning, reps to abolish waiver in MDA's recruitment. Tinubu tosses new ministers on hard work, dedication. Ganduje influencing EFCC, CCB to harass Kano anti-corruption boss. HEDA. Nigerian government to end borrowing, finance minister says. Elsewhere, Bielsa loot expired. Okay, I'll take that one again. Residents invade warehouse in Bielsa. Loot expired, palliative stored since 2022. Mass Transit Reps Panel vows to recover Shopee loans from transporters, other beneficiaries. Nigerian government, okay, already took that one. Let's see if we can take a couple more before we move to another paper. Senate to make laws to reduce Nigeria's debt profile. ICPC chair takes anti-corruption campaign to psychiatric hospital.
All right, to move over to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. The Vanguard is also having all the top stories to hear. And we have this one first, FEC meeting, revive ailing economy. Tinubu orders ministers. Mieti Allah sets off 55-man legal team over injustice against herdsmen. Residents invade loot palliatives warehouse in Bielsa. Another latest news on the Vanguard says no NYC law stops core members from becoming minister. And that's according to a source. You get details of that on the Vanguard this morning. Obi will soon be declared Nigeria's president. Aburi tells Nigerians in U.S. Nigeria's oil production drops 13.69% to 1.22 barrel per day, and that's according to a report here. And more story says troops rescue 25 hostages from Boko Haram captivity in Borno. Manufacturing sector contribution to economy falls to 1.49 trillion naira. Niger coup, France defies Junta's order for ambassador to leave Niamey. More story says Kwara CP declares man who threatened traditionalists wanted terrorist. More stories here still on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. And this is saying Opunembe killings by also reps caucus asks Tinubu to probe police. Let's look at all the latest news making the headlines on the front page of the Vanguard this morning. Midwest at 60, Obaseki, Eberevori, Oshomole orders chart path for region's development growth. We'll take one more, and this says Dangote clarifies misinformation about price of products.
All right, over to the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Obaseki versus Shoaibu. Edo disbands deputy governor's media crew as fight gets messier. Challenges small business starters face something else from the Daily Trust this morning. If you're so interested, you find it. Job racketeering. Reps threaten to hold waivers to MDAs. Tinubu unveils 8-point agenda. BRICS South Africa declaration. Making of world economic behemoth. A hardship. Tinubu is grinding Nigeria to a halt. PDP says Abiodun hijacking Ogun local government's fund. Council chairman writes Oshoba. Tinubu gives ministers targets to revive economy. Tinubu bars federal government officials with no direct UNGA participation from traveling. PSC orders 4 DIGs to proceed on compulsory retirement. A couple of other stories here. On the business side of things, 250 billion naira gas expansion fund dormant for 4 years. Federal government hardship. Tinubu is grinding Nigeria to a halt. PDP already took that one. And lastly, from the Daily Trust this morning, Obaseki disbands Shoaibu's media crew. That's some of the headlines coming out of the papers this morning. We'll take some commercials. When we come back, we'll be delving into the analysis. Stay with us.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
ẹni tó ṣàmì láì àánú ò ní yọwọ́ lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀.
ìrìn àjò ẹ̀mí tún yá sórílẹ̀-èdè Jọ́dánì àti Ísírẹ́lì pẹ̀lú Prophet Dr. Israel Ọládélé Ògúndípẹ̀ Unstoppable Genesis. ọ̀pọ̀ tó ti lọ tó ti bọ̀ pẹ̀lú You Fit Fly ló ń kọrin ọpẹ́. gbogbo ẹni tó wá ń jàrọ̀kọ̀ láti lọ àǹfààní tó ti dé o. ìrìn àjò ẹ̀mí eléyìí á tún ṣàrà ọ̀tọ̀. pẹ̀lú Prophet Dr. Israel Ọládélé Ògúndípẹ̀ Genesis Global àti ọ̀pọ̀ ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run mìíràn bíi Ọládìméjì Image àti Àpèkẹ́ Ọláòṣàjì Olúwakẹ́mi Sára. lájọ máa kọ́ wọ́n rìn. beginning from Wednesday 1st to 8th November 2023. It is a great opportunity for you to visit the site where Jesus Christ was baptized and the place where the chariot of fire took Elijah up, among other places mentioned in the Bible. Àǹfààní eléyìí ẹ má jẹ́ kó fò yín rú o. ẹ yá tètè máa bọ̀ ní number 1 Adémọ́lá Abíọ́lá Street off Baálẹ̀ Animation Road, Dálẹ́mọ̀ Alákùkọ. For more inquiries, please call 0705-5560730 or 0802-3680-680. Another great holy pilgrimage to Israel and Jordan. Do not be left out.
Right. So guys, this is the plan. We go in at sunrise and we attack without mercy. Glow World shops won't see us coming. Taye, you are to make sure we get all the best phones, all right?
Yes, boss.
Lara, you have to make sure that we don't miss the 18GB bonus deals for 6 months.
Understood, sir.
Chigozie, your job is to draw up the payment plan. Codename Pay Small Small. Chigozie, are you sleeping? Chigozie,
relax. There's enough time for you to get your preferred smartphones and enjoy sweet deals at Glow World. Walk into any Glow World shop, your one-stop shop for devices and gadgets, and get 18GB bonus data when you buy your phone, which you can pay for at your convenience.
Glow Unlimited.
Titi, I'm leaving now. Make sure you use this hypo bleach sachet to wash all the clothes, clean the bathroom, mop the floors, and
Mommy, one sachet for all this plenty work?
Yes, sir. Introducing the Hypo Bleach 200ml Bigger Sachet. The bigger sachet you've been waiting for. Now you can do more disinfecting, whitening, and cleaning for just 100 naira.
Bigger 200ml Hypo sachet to do more housework.
Hypo.
CAC Covenant of Mercy presents 72 Hours with God, September edition. 72 Hours with God. It promises to be powerful with diverse miracles, supernatural visitations, and testimonies. This September edition is tagged When I Look More Closely. From Friday 8th to Sunday 10th of September 2023. Friday and Saturday 9 a.m. to 12 noon, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Vigil 12 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. WAT. And on Sunday 10th of September, which is the grand finale, we shall be coming together from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Vigil 11 p.m. WAT till dawn. Music ministry Illustrations by Evangelist Adela Kumbabayewa, Bidemi Olaba, and Elijah Akintude Olorun Sobe. God's anointed servants will be ministering powerfully. Prophet Taiwo Ojo. For inquiries, please call 0805-027-5779. Connect with us on Facebook at Prophet Taiwo Ojo Live. Please note, there will be free buses from Iwo Road, Ojo, and Challenge. 72 hours with God. An unforgettable experience. Don't miss it.
While everyone is saying things are getting more expensive, instead, whenever I buy, I get double the amount.
In this Niger, hey, please tell me how.
When you dial star 939 hash to activate and use your smart cash account today, enjoy double your talk time and enjoy 100% airtime bonus instantly whenever you recharge your Airtel line.
Oh, see what I've been missing.
Just dial star 939 hash to enjoy the best deals on Smart Cash, powered by Airtel.
This is what it sounds like when you mindlessly munch away at your snacks. Boring, dull, routine snacking.
And this is what it sounds like when snacking is loud, proud, gooey, chewy, playful, joyful, and all-round fun. Because when joyless snacking attacks, we'll be there to fight back. Snack out loud with Fanta.
130 successful Canadian visas and counting in 2023 alone. We are A3 Immigration and we mean business. A3 Immigration Incorporation is a Canadian-based immigration corporation licensed to help individuals transform Canada into their home sweet home, just as we did for Shalewa.
Hi, my name is Shalewa. Thanks to A3 Immigration, Nova Scotia, Canada is my new home.
Congratulations. Me, this message, congratulations.
With Canada Regulatory Council membership number R707544, A3 Immigration has a wide variety of expertise in all areas related to Canadian immigration. Our sister company, Bigger International Consult, is also available for your work or study needs in the United Kingdom. To get started, call or chat 0913-660-1125, 0913-660-1125, or visit a3immigration.com. A3 Immigration, making Canada your new home.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back. You're still on to Break It On Papers review here on 32 FM 94.9. We're going to be delving into the analysis very shortly, but we'll take more headlines here before we have our analysts join us in the studios this morning. All right, I will take some other few headlines here on The Guardian. And this is talking about unwielding appointment of SSAs, SASPAs despite or deplete lean resources in poor states. And it's saying unworthy appointment of SSAs, SASPAs depletes lean resources and poor states. And the story is saying amid calls to reduce the cost of governance and curb borrowings to pay salaries, several state governors are still in the business of appointing a large retinue of aides, some of which are actually frivolous. And more story on The Guardian front page this morning. Tinubu gives ministers marching order to revive economy. Not yet Uhuru for creative industry financing. And that appears to be coming from the presidency. And this also says federal government and global hunt for top Nigerian researchers to execute AI, artificial intelligence strategy. And from the business angle of the front page of The Guardian, it says registrars indicted over unclaimed dividends as figure rises by 94% in 24 years. And let's look at more stories making the headline on The Guardian. We will abolish waivers in MDA's recruitment house vows. I will take you more. Miyetti Allah unveils security outfit. Obaseki Shuaibo's row deepens as deputy governors press barred at event.
Okay, over to the Punch newspaper. Let's bring you details of this one. FEC unfolds 3-year economic revival plan. Tinubu warns ministers. The Federal Executive Council on Monday unfolded a 3-year economic revival plan to address the social and economic challenges affecting the country. The inaugural cabinet meeting, which was held at the council chambers of the Presidential Villa Abuja, was presided over by President Bola Tinubu, who unveiled his vision for economic growth, prosperity for all, and ending poverty. Addressing the ministers, the president admonished them to achieve the first phase of his administration's 8-point agenda within 3 years. He asked members of his cabinet to work hard to revive the country's economy because Nigeria is in a difficult time. For more details, you find that in the pages of the Punch newspaper. All right, let's take another one from the Punch. I won't beg for my freedom, says Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has told the federal government that he will not beg for his release after being cleared by Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja. This was contained in a letter dated August 25, 2023, signed by Kanu's lead counsel, Mike Ozekume, SAN.
All right, we're diving straight into the analysis proper this morning. And of course, it's still the Break It Down Papers review. My name is GBOLABO, Famous School.
And my name is Kenny Durutilu. To do the analysis for us this morning, we have Dr. Theophilus Cornerstone joining us. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'd like to say thank you very much for having me here.
All right.
I'd like to apologize to your listeners. My voice was seized by Qatar, and I don't mean the country, I mean Qatar, as in cough.
Flu, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But at least I'm getting better now.
Right. All right, thank God for that. Let's quickly look at this, Dr. Theophilus. Obaseki disbands deputy governor's media crew. And it appears that Obaseki and Shuaibu have been having this back and forth in terms of politics here and, of course, leadership tussle. Now, how do we handle these instances of having political leadership who should lead by example, having instances of spilling what appears to be their rots in the society and, of course, affecting the level of governance, even at the state level?
Well, when you introduced me, you said Dr. Theophilus Cornerstone. You really did not complete my name.
Okonofa,
I have
right?
a surname, and it's Okonofa.
Okonofa,
and
yes.
if you are familiar with Edo names, you will know that I am from Edo State.
Right.
And not just from Edo State, from the center of Edo State. And I have been someone who is not just here. I make sure whatever happens home, I know what's happening home, so that in case questions of this nature are posed, one can give a fair answer, if not the most correct opinion of the state, then it would be at least a fair answer. I'd like to let you know that what's actually happening right now, it is the VP or the vice governor or deputy governor, whatever you want to call him, is actually the one that is immersed in this. It's, yeah, a lot of people do not actually understand the information coming from Edo State, that it's actually a man wanting to chew more than he can swallow that's actually causing all this rift. When this governor was contesting for second term, it was very possible that the APC was not willing to give him an opportunity to contest. And so he went to the PDP in order to secure their own ticket to contest. And I remember then, I was in the village, the meeting he held with the PDP, the people who are the head of the caucus of the PDP in Edo State. One of them I can mention right now, though late, the late Raymond Dokwesi, and the rest of them, where he had meetings with them. The arrangement was that this deputy governor should step down for another person to take his position, so that the PDP can say, well, you are coming from the APC, but let us decide for the party who will be the deputy governor of the state. And this governor says, to hell with your ticket. If you want me to go away or to do away with someone I have served with for 4 years, there are a lot of ideas and projects that we have started together. It's only going to be good if we finish up together. And so, away from the governor winning, he decided to jettison the fact that if Shaibu was not going to follow him for second term, then he is not going to contest under the PDP. And political parties always looking and weighing options. Would we win? Would we not win? This is an incumbent. They decided to say, okay, let him contest with the deputy governor. The way it now seems is as though the deputy governor had been the one who threw his weight behind the governor. And I'd like to ask you, what was the worth of the voting power or the voting block of Shaibu? If you don't understand, this same Shaibu we are talking about is a younger brother by law to Adams Oshomole. Adams Oshomole's father, Shaibu's father actually adopted legally Adams Oshomole. It is Shaibu's father that sent Adams Oshomole to school. And according to reports from Edo State, when Shaibu died, I'd like to let you know that it was almost a state burial that was conducted for Shaibu, who happens to be Philip's father. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the level to which it is, so cemented, the relationship between Shomole and Shaibu. And I'd like to ask you, if you say it was Shaibu that fought for the governor, I'd like to ask you, was fighting his elder brother. I'd like to ask you, is it not going to be by reason of voting from that block? If Oshomole is in a particular block and Shaibu is in a particular block, who would they vote for? Whose candidate will they vote for? And so the case also is about an elder brother has done governorship and the younger brother is also looking forward to doing governorship. Now, there's a part of Edo State that has never tasted governorship, probably about 16 months. And that is where I come from. You understand what I'm saying? The Edo Central. And according to their agreement then is that if you finally become governor for the second term, the Governor Obaseki, Edo Central should be given your opportunity, which is the Eastern tribe of the state, should be given the opportunity of becoming governor in the next political dispensation. This is what Shaibu is probably standing against, that an Auchi man also should still rule again after having Oshomole to rule for 8 years. This is not going to work. So a lot of people thought that Shaibu is actually the one who put his weight behind the governor, not knowing really that it was the governor that, against all odds, decided to still pick Shaibu as his running mate for the second term.
Okay, let's have you speak on the inaugural cabinet meeting of the president yesterday. He did say some things that sounded really nice. He says that they're evolving a homegrown re-engineering of our finances as a country. They're reimagining stewardship of resources, and and a bunch of other things that on paper sound really, really nice. But people are more interested in what the results and the outcome would be. Also react to, of course, his statement from his media aide that they will be sacking ministers who underperform.
Well, I do not want to delve into words spoken, because I would probably call those words of encouragement to the ministers and words of expectations that are placed in front of the ministers. But you want to ask yourself, if you are engaging on a long haul or you are engaging on a long-term run and you hit a stone while trying to meet up, you have to ask yourself, to what extent can you actually run? The two stones I believe this administration has actually hit while coming is, number one, I do not think that this administration actually did something well relating to making sure everyone who is supposed to be a stakeholder in the downstream sector in the review of petrol motor spirits price, because a lot of people say it's about deregulation, and I want to ask myself, how would you be deregulating and also have the opportunity and the temerity to decide the price, not once but twice? You understand me? That's number one. Number two, dollar floating is another very serious maladministrative decision that is actually against the backdrop of starting an administration for which the older administration actually fought tooth and ache to defend. But of course, they've also done something now. NNPCL has been borrowed $3 billion US dollars in that regard, and so that we can cushion the impact of the floating power of the dollar against the naira. Well, it still behoves us to wait. At least they said, according to that report, that the medium term will be 2 years. You get what I'm saying? For them to see what the ministers have done. And
it's a 3-year economic plan they have.
Yeah, but they said a medium term of 2 years, that from now till in the next 2 years, if you didn't do well, then you'll be sacked. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe that the ministers are no longer the president now. The ministers can make full decisions for the ministry, and then those decisions can be discussed at the National Executive Council. You understand what I'm saying? Well, let's hope that what he said, the good words he said, will be translated into good actions by the success of the ministries.
All right, Doctor, quickly, let's look at this. Julius Abure, National Chairman of the Labour Party, saying that Peter Obi, presidential candidate of the party, will be declared president of Nigeria by the tribunal. Isn't that jumpy? And is it not against the principles of fair justice? Because we do know that this case is a case that is yet to be decided, is very contentious and also very controversial, coming from somebody who is supposed to be educated and, of course, a chieftain of a political party. Should we have expected this to happen, for him to say things like this loosely?
To really juxtapose this statement very well, you'll ask yourself which of the political party chairmen or acting chairmen will be asked the same questions and their responses will not be the same. Number two, what is the legal framework of being hopeful about a judgment to favor you? That's the next question to ask yourself. So if you put it on both ends, you will realize that as the chairman or acting chairman or supposed chairman of a political party, he's being asked, what is your hope concerning the election that has been reserved, concerning the case you've been pursuing? Very squarely, he's going to say, we are going to win. The reason why we went there is for us to win. If you would ask a PDP chair also, he's going to say so. If you ask the political party APC, who is in power also, he's going to say so. So I do not really see the statement against any. He has not declared his candidate the winner. Right. He only says he believes that based on what they have argued in court, the positions they have maintained in court and evidences they have shown, that they probably may win. Anybody will probably say so. If I was in a court and pursuing a case, if you meet me downstairs and ask me what do you think will happen at the end of this case, I'm going to speak on hopefulness. At least, even if I'm going to have some skepticism, it's going to be hopeful skepticism that with all the evidences we have already brought before the court, we are going to win. The only two issues you are going to be asking yourselves is what order would really make it difficult for a Peter Obi to win.
Okay, Doctor, I hate to cut you short. We have to take a commercial. When we come back, we'll be delving into the other issues, taking your reactions as well. Stay with us.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
While everyone is saying things are getting more expensive, instead, whenever I buy, I get double the amount.
In this Niger, hey, please tell me how.
When you dial star 939 hash to activate and use your smart cash account today, enjoy double your talk time and enjoy 100% airtime bonus instantly whenever you recharge your INT'L line.
Oh, see what I've been missing.
Just dial star 939 hash to enjoy the best deals on Smart Cash, powered by INT'L.
Titi, I'm leaving now. Make sure you use this hypo bleach sachet to wash all the clothes, clean the bathroom, mop the floors, and
Mommy, one sachet for all this plenty work?
Yes, sir. Introducing the Hypo Bleach 200 ml bigger sachet, the bigger sachet you've been waiting for. Now you can do more disinfecting, whitening, and cleaning for just 100 naira.
Bigger 200 ml hypo sachet to do more housework.
This is what it sounds like when you mindlessly reach away your snacks. Boring, dull, routine snacking.
And this is what it sounds like when snacking is loud, proud, gooey, chewy, playful, joyful, and all-round fun. Because when joyless snacking attacks, we'll be there to fight back. Snack out loud with Fanta.
ìròyìn ìṣàgbára mi àti yanu ti 1930 táyé fúnni ẹ̀ lókè òye lọ́sẹ̀ jẹ́rẹ̀ ní ti 2023 yìí ti máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìpàdé májẹ̀mú yẹn ni 72 hours with God September edition pẹ̀lú ọlọ́run nínú ayé wòlíì Táíwò Òjó bàbá ìsọjí orí afẹ́fẹ́ when I look more closely nígbà tí mo wò fílà kórí eléyìísà látọjọ́ Friday 8 di Sunday 10 September gbogbo ẹrù ogun tí kì í ṣe ti ẹ̀ka yé dìlé olórí ní májẹ̀mú àánú lórí wòlíì Táíwò Òjó máa sọ kalẹ̀ ọ̀tá ọlọ́run máa lo evangelist 098600. ọkọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ máa wà ní ìwọ́rọ̀. challenge àti ọjọ́. kẹrùdò olókòkòdókò.
We are all gathered here today to witness the joining of all 32 of you in blissful matrimony to Glow MiFi and Router. Do you, Wi-Fi enabled devices, take this Glow MiFi and Router as your lawful data plug?
Yes, we do.
Do you, Glow MiFi and Router, promise to be there in good times and in Sakba?
Yes, we do.
Now you may stay connected. Enjoy a connected life with Glow MiFi and Router. Get 60 gigabytes data bonus when you buy a Glow MiFi and 180 gigabytes data bonus when you buy a Glow Router. And connect up to 32 Wi-Fi enabled devices. Available at Glow World shops nationwide.
Glow Unlimited.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back. It's still on to Break It On Papers review here on 32 FM 94.9. And it's right about time for us to open the phone lines to take your reactions on our socials and also on the phone line. The numbers are 070-550-949 or 080-97949. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I'm John Nuzwanjako. I'm calling from here this morning. Thank you, Dr. Konopua. Abu said something somewhere, and the one is equally was saying the other side. I heard you this morning. So both of them are on the same mission. You see, no law prevents any YC member from being a minister. Any YC is a national assignment, and being appointed a minister is equally an extension of a national assignment. Therefore, Barrister Hannatu Musawa, a member of NYC, has not breached any law by having accepted the appointment of the minister. Let me remind you, sir, in the past, the communication minister in the first time of Buhari, Barrister Bayoshitu, you may be hearing me this morning, has no NYC certificate as I speak to you today. Why? When he passed out, he read the law at his university. Then when he finished, he was supposed to go on the NYC state. Rather, he was appointed a your state member here, a member of the State House of Assembly then. And then he completed it. 3 years ago, someone dragged him to court that he has no NYC certificate. Court finally ruled in his favor that he was on national assignment. So therefore, Barrister Hannatu has not breached any known law, having accepted the appointment of a minister, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm John Newton Joku. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, to try and call back 0705 5949 0809 7949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, can you?
Yeah. Good morning.
This is from here. Everybody is blaming Shaibu. Shaibu have the right to apply the governor or anything in the state. Obaseki should not do the same mistake she only did by imposing Obaseki on people of Edo State. Obaseki is not popular, but it was imposed by Oshiomhole on people of Edo. He should leave Shaibu for his own fundamental human rights. We didn't talk about our governor going to Rwanda for retreat. There are places in Nigeria they can go for retreat. They are using dollars as is cash. Most of them are not paid salary. They don't pay allowances. 30,000 minimum wage, they do not pay. They are now in Rwanda spending dollars. They can go to IIC. They can go to Arewa House in Kaduna. Go and do their retreat. They are just wasting our money. Have a nice time. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
All right, thank you.
All right, we'll take more stories here. And Dr. Okunrafu, I want you to also look at the 17 commissioner nominees sent for confirmation by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State being rejected. And now the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, that's Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, said the House will not be threatened. Now, would we say that this is democracy in full display?
Well, I would take this analysis from what happens at the National Assembly. You realize that at the time of the National Assembly, when these ministers who were just been sworn in, for which we took the first analysis, came in, it was very clear that the people that were being nominated, the portfolios under which they were nominated were not there. And there were a lot of far cry from Nigerians that how do you go to interview a man for a job and you don't know what position or portfolio he's going to be handling? You understand what I'm saying? Now, the same case is happening here. Somebody has sent names to the State House of Assembly, and for his whatever reasons, the portfolios are not accompanying it. I get what I'm saying.
Right.
And the people in Lagos State are saying, well, no, though this can happen at the hem, being the use of the quota system, because you have to get people based on the quota system and based on support from the party to be able to get these persons into positions as ministers. Lagos State is different. A local government can take 4 persons depending on how the governor feels they are going to serve. But at least let what they will be serving accompany this. But the same speaker has come to say that today they are going to reconvene and meet. Probably the governor will be doing the needful and what is opposed to us. Accompanying these names because
Right.
Lagos
Let's take
State.
this call, please.
Okunufa, we'll get back to that.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. What's your name? We can hear you.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. We can hear you loud and clear. Please go
Hello?
ahead. Good morning. All right, the numbers are still 070-555-949 or 080-979-949. And for our international audience, +234-9062-949. All right, you were actually going to a line of thoughts before.
Yeah, so you'd understand that as a state, it's very, very important that we know that at the federal level, according to what they said at federal level, that administration is key, that the person may not actually understand the detail of what he's going into. Remember, in this same country, a man who happens to be Minister for Education for 8 years, Professor Adamu, coming to say that he spent his first 3 years of ministering or being Minister of Education to actually underscore education before he could even say he wants to add a quota to development of education in Nigeria. I think that's what the Lagos State government or the Lagos State legislators are saying. No, we need to know the capacity of these persons and what ministries they are going into. That's number one. Number two, well, it also behoves us to understand that some of these names, the governor might probably be doing the handpicking. And they might be saying, well, no. Lagos State may not be a state you want to govern this way. Let us all have inputs. And if that's the reason, the governor needs to convince them that he's not just handpicking his cabinet all by himself.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. What's your name, sir?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. We can hear you. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Ekele Balabi from Malaka Ishabo Road.
All right.
I just want to comment on the statement credited to President Bola Tinubu that charged his minister to work assiduously, as he will not condone any underperforming minister, that he will show them the way out. I also want to roll out the 3-year development plan for Nigeria. Lastly, I want to comment on the statement credited to Minister of Finance and coordinating Minister of Economy, that Nigeria inherited bad economy from a past administration. It's not a good news. It's not new to us. You already know. The best thing is for the new minister and his crew to ensure that the Nigerian economy is being reshaped. They should ensure that instead of a bad economy, they are not going to resort into borrowing.
All right.
Because we know what borrowing has done for us in Nigeria. You have SHCF loan.
Okay.
So this government, they should ensure that they cut down the cost of governance.
Okay, let's take another call now. Hello, good morning. Hello, are you there? Okay.
All right, over to Facebook now. Let's also take some comments on Facebook. And of course, we have this one from Sulaiman Sheriff. It says, good morning, 32 FM crew. What economy are they reviving? And that's a question mark. Any economic recovery or revival that does not start with members of the Presidency, Federal Executive Council, Senators, and House of Representatives slashing their salaries and emoluments into two will have no effect. Another economic recovery will be cut down on the cost of governance. Few months ago, Mr. President said it by himself. No excuse for failure. May Almighty God guide our leaders right. All right, we still have more comments here, and this is coming from Okedi Rombaba today. It says, 3 years economic plan is good. Let us support them, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should do the needful in improving welfare of Nigerians This is an agenda for the president administration which is implementable. It is clear this set of ministers will initiate it, but another set will see to logical conclusion. And Raji Afiz Abiola Raja says, good morning, Kenny and GBOLABO. About Obaseki and Shuaibu dispute, honestly, the issue is now taking too far, and it may likely be the beginning of downfall of PDP in Edo State, most especially in the forthcoming governorship election, because it's like Obaseki want to battle Shuaibu. Finish. Let's keep our fingers crossed. All right, the numbers are still 070-550-949. And
hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Just go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
I want to contribute concerning Obaseki and Shaib. Politicians, they are almost the same thing. Shaib fought his supposedly godfather or abducted father of Shiomale because just to satisfy Obaseki. Somebody trying to let us know maybe Obaseki is being fair enough by saying governor should return to Edo Central. Was it not the same Obaseki that 14 House of Assembly member was voted legally?
All right, we have to go now. That's where we draw the curtains on the program this morning. Thank you for joining us on the Break of Dawn paper review. My name is Kenny Durutilu.
And I'm GBOLABO Fimosko. Mostly a big thank you for Dr. Theophilus Cornerstone for doing this with us this morning. And we do expect that you do this again with us tomorrow. My name is GBOLABO Fimosko. The Smart Kids Show is up next.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.